Let's be honest, cheating doesn't just happen out of nowhere. It builds up slowly, like a leak in your roof. You don't notice it until one day, the whole ceiling crashes down. But here's something most people won't tell you. When a woman cheats, she doesn't do it without showing signs. It's never quiet, it's never smooth, and it's never without cracks in the foundation. The problem is, most men ignore those cracks. They think she's just tired, just busy, just needs some space. But behind all those excuses, there's a man who feels deep down that something isn't right. He just doesn't have the courage to say it yet. If you've ever felt that punch in your gut, that quiet fear that something's off, this one's for you. Because when a woman cheats, she always leaves footprints in the mud. And today, we're going to track every one of them. Let's begin. Sign 1. Her attention shifts, and she pretends it hasn't. You don't need a psychology degree to feel it. The vibe changes. One day she's warm, curious, and fully into you. The next, it's like you're talking to a stranger who looks like her. She stops asking about your day. She doesn't laugh at your stories anymore. She forgets the little things she used to remember without trying. And when you ask her what's wrong, she tells you, "You're overthinking. I've just been tired. You're being insecure." But here's the truth, brother. Women don't emotionally pull back for no reason. They pull back when their heart starts focusing somewhere else. Maybe on another man, maybe on a fantasy, or maybe just on the idea of getting away. Her focus isn't on you anymore. And that's the first real crack. But it doesn't stop there. Sign 2. She starts hiding the small stuff. Cheating doesn't start in bed. It starts in silence. She used to tell you about her co-workers. Now she says she had a long day, but doesn't want to talk about it. She used to leave her phone on the counter. Now it's face down, or glued to her hand like it's a secret. She used to post about you, tag you, brag about you. Now it looks like she's single online. And again, if you bring it up, you're the jealous one, the controlling one, the toxic one. But here's what's really going on. She's splitting her life into 2 parts. There's the version of her that's still with you, and the version that's already slipping away. A cheating woman becomes a magician. She distracts with one hand and hides the truth with the other. And if you feel like you're going crazy, it's because she's got you doubting your own mind. That's emotional gaslighting. But deep down, you know. You always know. Sign 3. The intimacy vanishes or changes. One of the clearest red flags is what happens in the bedroom or what doesn't. She might go cold, distant, like being close to you takes effort. Or the opposite. She suddenly gets more into it. New energy, new moves, a kind of passion that wasn't there before. Here's the twist. Both are warning signs. Because when a woman cheats, she's not just given her body to someone else. She's moving her emotional energy too. And that energy either dries up with you or goes into overdrive to cover her guilt. Sex becomes a chore, a performance, or her way of feeling less guilty. But it rarely feels real anymore. You won't just notice during. It's what happens after, the emptiness, like she's not really there, like you're kissing someone through a glass wall. That's not love. That's what betrayal feels like. Sign 4. She starts picking fights that don't even make sense. Ever noticed how the arguments start for no real reason? You didn't reply fast enough. Now she's acting like you did something terrible. You left a dish in the sink. Suddenly she says you never care. But this isn't about the dish. It's emotional displacement. One of the biggest signs that she's struggling inside. She's mad, but not at you. She's angry at herself, angry at her guilt. And instead of facing it, she starts pushing it on you. A woman who cheats often starts fights to create distance. Why? Because feeling guilty is hard. She doesn't want to be the bad one. So she paints you as the problem. Now you're too cold, too distant, too much. And in her mind, that gives her a reason to cheat. Now it's not cheating, it's coping, not betrayal, but healing. Suddenly she says it's your fault. She had to look somewhere else. It's emotional manipulation hidden behind fake empowerment. But don't fall for it. Don't argue with someone who's already halfway gone. Just watch, stay calm, and protect your peace. Sign 5. Her future plans don't include you anymore. This one cuts deep, because it comes in quiet. It sneaks in slowly. One day she's talking about trips with you. The next, she just says, "I want to travel." She used to say, "when we get our place." Now it's, "I've been thinking of moving." She talks about growing, but never says, "with you." She wants space, but doesn't ask you to be part of the healing. She still dreams, but you're no longer in those dreams. And when you ask her why, she says, "You're thinking too much. I just need to figure things out. Why are you being so intense?" But behind those words is the truth most men miss. She's already letting go. She's leaving you emotionally before she physically walks away. That's why you feel like a ghost in your own relationship. That's why she looks at you like you're not there. That's why the love feels stuck, like it's floating with nowhere to land. She's already gone in her mind. You're just finally seeing it. But don't beg, don't chase. Because if she had to lose herself just to leave you, she was never really yours in the first place. Cheating isn't just a one-time thing. It's a process. A woman doesn't cheat the moment she's with another man. She cheats the moment she pulls away from you and refuses to come back. The signs are always there, but you have to be strong enough to see them, and even stronger to walk away. Because here's the hard truth. If you let someone cross your line once, you just taught them it's okay to do it again. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and always remember, a real man doesn't beg to stay where he's being pushed out emotionally. If you're done guessing, done overthinking, and ready to trust your gut, subscribe to Stoic Uplift. Because around here, we sharpen minds, not chase shadows.